spend most of my time crocheting, but once in a while I just feel like knitting something. So I'm currently knitting a cardigan and I just finished the back panel. Usually my knitting piece will turn out fine, but with this yarn I use, the panel feels a bit stiff. And I've always been curious about blocking, so I thought this would be a good chance for me to try it. So to my understanding, blocking is just making your knitted or crochet projects wet, and then when it's drying, you pin it into the shape you want it to be. So like this one, when I'm drying it, I'm going to pin it flat, so when it's dry, it will stay more like the shape you pin it into. And there are two types of blocking, wet block and steam block. For steam block, you need to get a steamer, but for wet block, you just need water and sink. So that's what I'm gonna be trying. But it doesn't matter if you wet or steam block, you need something to lay your project on so you can dry it. So I got some blocking mats and it came today. So it should come with 9 pieces. And it also comes with some pins. So this is what you can use to pin your garment on, but you need to make sure your pins don't rust after they get wet. So I get some extra pins that hopefully don't rust. So I got something that's called blocking combs. It's basically just pins. So it comes with this kind of comb. It has 8 pins on one comb, some smaller ones, 4 pins comb, 1 whole box of pins. I really love this knitted piece, so I'm gonna make sure I look after it. I'm gonna do some experiment on this to make sure they really don't rust, and then I'll use them for my lovely sweater. Just in case you're wondering, that circle is for when you're blocking something circular, and I'm pretty sure the squares are for measuring in inches. So that's really cool. It just means you can pin your piece into your desired length. So for example, this piece, according to my gauge, should be 70 centimeters wide. So 70 centimeters is like 27.5 inches. So that means when I'm drying this, I just need to line it up with 27.5 squares across. So since I chose to wet block, I didn't do any more research on steam block, but for wet block, you need something that's called a wool wash. I don't know if you'll need it for steam block though. I've heard you can use dishwashing liquid as well, but I bought something especially for that just to be safe. So I chose something that I think should work. This is from the Dirt Company. I've never heard of them, but let's give it a go. Got it yesterday, I haven't opened it. So this is what's in the box. So it's got a bottle of the wash liquid. Pretty cool. Glass bottle with rubber protection and also a refill bag. So this is for wool and delicate wash. So like I said before, I need to first test the pins to see if they rust. I'm going to use some light colored scrap yarn to test these out. I tested the pins, they do not rust, so I can use them. Next, I need to soak this piece. Before you soak it, get the foam ready and make sure it covers your piece. I actually don't know if I'm putting too many pins, but I'm just trying to do it properly this first time. So this is it. It's a little bit off center, but I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm just gonna leave it overnight like this. So once it's dried, I can take the pins out. This is such a dramatic change. This is something you can tell just by looking at it. Before, it felt hard and the stitches were like really close together, really tight and stiff. But now the stitches feel just so much softer and relaxed. The edge still tends to curl to the wrong side. I was actually expecting it to be more flat, but it's no big deal. This and this edge will be sewn to another piece, so we won't see it. But if you pay attention to the bottom edge, it's really relaxed and flat, not like before. So this is gonna be the back panel. So all in all, I'm really happy and satisfied with the result. I'm already blocking the two front panels, so the detergent definitely worked. The only thing I didn't like about the wash is its scent. If I didn't mention this before, they can have different odors, different scents. This one smells okay now, but I didn't really like it when it's just by itself. After I pumped it into the water, it was so strong and it's not the scent that I like. So if you're planning to wet block, that's something you should consider when you're choosing your wash. So I went ahead and blocked the two front panels as well. And this time, after I soaked them, I laid them on a towel, covered them, and just kept patting them like this. Get the water out as much as I can. This would cut down the drying time later. The way I've seen others do it, they would roll it up and gently step on it, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to take any risks. I'd rather wait a bit longer. So I hope you guys had fun with me. Let me know in the comment if you did, or there's other things you'd like to see on my channel. I'm currently making a tutorial on this cardigan. I'm just waiting for the front panels to dry. Probably gonna be out next week. Either way, I'll see you guys in my next video.